Just
Fire away.
talk about taking advantage of your opportunities. We talked about it a little bit in the locker room last week. When you get that opportunity just to make the most of it, you've certainly done that the last 2 weeks. How proud of yourself of that fact?
Yeah, I spoke to one of the reporters in the locker room. Just anytime you're up and playing, you just want to be able to contribute in whatever way to help the team win. So just happy I've been able to do that, honestly.
A lot of big returns so far. I guess what are you seeing on these returns that's allowing you to kind of get loose?
Good blocking. All it takes is, one gap, and if you find it, just trusting it, hitting it with speed, and getting downhill.
Get a lot of live reps and on the return stuff. I guess what is it like to go into a game and kind of just feel that type of speed when guys are running at you like that?
I think we do a good job in practice simulating it. As best you can without, going to the ground. So I would say, yeah. I mean, it's different than practice. Obviously, any play in a game is, but I think the coaches do a good job having us prepared as best we can be for that. So
at the beginning of every year, it seems almost guaranteed that you're going to be on this team in some way, shape, or form. What do you think it is about you that just keeps having you come back? That you're the guy they don't want to get rid of?
I think trust from the coaching staff, and then just when I do get an opportunity, making the most of it. I think that's it.
Dan talked about the complementary nature of the game today. All three phases really playing a part. How difficult are you guys to beat when you get a complementary performance like that from all three phases?
I think the turnovers were huge. I think what we win 3-0. So I think anytime you do that in a game, we were able to contribute on special teams with some big returns, great blocking. So field position was definitely huge for us tonight. And I mean, anytime you could do that, you're definitely giving yourself a good chance in that game.
Dan pointed to St. Brown playing through the ankle injury, something you guys fed off of. How does that manifest itself in the moment?
He's just one of our leaders. He's been since he stepped in the building. So I guess earlier in the week we didn't know if he was going to go or not. But once we knew he was going to go, it's not. I don't know about everybody else, but I know what I expect of him. I didn't if he was out there, I expect Saint to be Saint, and I think he was tonight. So just appreciate him and how he works and what he's done, honestly, day in and day out for the last 5 years. So,
can you give us some perspective on what his week was like? Just obviously sharing a room with him and the work that he put in to be available this week.
A lot of treatment, I'm guessing. I don't know what I really can or can't say in terms of the medical stuff. So
It's okay.
he did enough to feel good enough to be able to play and look like himself. So whatever he did worked, and I guess shout out to our training staff too.
You guys put the ball in the air a lot in the first half. I think through a couple minutes of the third quarter, only 6 rushing attempts. How much was that emphasized during the week? Was putting the ball in the air and moving it in the passing game?
I think Dan and the offensive staff has a vision for how they see the game going, and we trust them. And whatever they call, it's on us to make it come to life. So.
How's the ankle feeling?
It feels decent. It doesn't feel too bad. Took some medication, so that probably helps. Probably wear off tomorrow morning, but it doesn't feel too bad right now.
At what point did you know that you were going to be able to go?
I would say I knew for sure the day before, so yesterday. But I had a pretty good feeling the day before that. So.
What did it mean to be able to be out there in a game like this with so much on the line and to contribute, and also just to see the offense kind of get right?
It meant a lot. And like I said before, for me, it's just no matter what our record was, whether we were undefeated right now or didn't have a win, I was going to do everything to be out there. Just to be out there for my guys. Like I said, I feel like availability is your best ability at the end of the day. So my job is to go out there and make plays and be on that field. That's what they pay me to do. So I was going to do whatever it takes to be out there. And with the help of our training staff, they did a great job. I think they're amazing. Got me back was working all week trying to get back, and they got me right.
I know on the defensive side of the ball, there was a lot of talk about Shep and Dan challenging that unit to get pressure and get turnovers. When they were able to do that and you guys were able to turn that into points, how gratifying is it?
It's amazing. Anytime you can turn turnovers into points is big. It's a big swing in this league, especially coming out of half. That was big for us. Barnes gets the pick. We were able to turn to 7 points. That's huge. So, anytime our defense gets turnovers, we feel like we got to go get points because those are, I feel like, difference makers for us as a team. So I think defense played a heck of a game. We were able to, play complimentary football, I feel like.
I love the mentality, man, to step in and play no matter what the record is. But the fact of the matter is, you guys were fighting to keep your playoff hopes alive. How much did this team need to put a performance like this together to assert to yourself, not to the outside world, but to yourselves that you're capable of this?
Yeah, I think this was a big win for us. We've been kind of winning and losing these past, 6-7 weeks. So this was big. This was the first step. Take care of this week. We'll enjoy it for a few days and then, get back next week to a really good opponent, probably maybe one of the best in the league right now, playing really well. So we got another challenge coming up. But for us, man, it's, we feel like we can win every game in this league. It's just a matter of, us putting it all together, playing complimentary football, clean football, executing details. Everything. We just got to put it all together, but this is big for us.
We're seeing a lot of these performances from a team like Jahmyr Gibbs, man. What is it like watching him when he making these moves, man? Today, he's showing stiff arm. He's making defenders miss. He's doing things in town that haven't been done since Barry Sanders. What's it like watching him and seeing him become the player that he's become this season and getting better and better from week to week?
He's special, man. He's one of the best in this league. Just being able to, be on the field with him. You never know what's going to happen, so you always got to make sure you're blocking downfield because it'll look like he's tackling and then he won't be. So he's we're lucky to have him, and I'm happy to be play with him.
Did you think you'd be able to do as much as you did when you decided to play today? Did you think?
Nah. So after the game, I heard it Thursday. Friday I couldn't walk. I was on crutches. Saturday could barely walk, and then at that point I was like, yeah, I probably can't play. This is it hurts too bad. And then Sunday came around, was able to walk, felt a little better, and then tried to jog, and I couldn't even do a warm up. I couldn't even do a skip, so I was kind of down. I felt like I'm probably not going to play. And then I think it was Tuesday came, and it felt a lot better. And I was like, okay, I had a shot. I felt like I had a chance. And then Wednesday I was like, okay, I think I can play.
Did you do anything on Monday or Tuesday that made that big turnaround?
I just rested it, honestly. This type of injuries, you can't really do much. You got to rest it. Like I said, I was in the training room a lot. The training staff did a great job, doing all different type of modalities and things like that. But yeah, Friday after the game, I couldn't move.
Did you discuss that the first play would go to you, once you decided to play,
It's just the way it happened. Yeah, it's kind of ironic.
Were you happy once you took your first hit and you said, "Oh, it's okay, it works"? Always that moment.
It was good. I feel like I haven't been out for 4 or 5 weeks. I just played the week before. I just got hurt early, so it was just good to get the ball back in my hands and just get in the rhythm again.
Can you speak of that mentality? When do you know you can play through something, and when do you know it's not going to do something that's damaging down the road? Was that something you developed as a child, or what? How do you know when you can push something and it's not too bad?
I don't know. I think everyone has a pain tolerance. Obviously, there's certain ligaments in your body that if you keep playing, you can maybe injure them more. For me, that really wasn't the case with the injury that I had. It was just the pain that I couldn't. It's either can you handle the pain or can you not. And I feel like I have a pretty high pain tolerance. But early in the week, I was tested. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And then it just got better and better, and then I was able to come out and play.
Can you walk us through what you're holding right now?
Oh, yeah. This is my 6th catch of the game, which is the most catches ever in a player's first 5 seasons. So I passed Michael Thomas, which is, I'm happy for this. I'm thankful. Thankful to all the guys, Jared, the coaches, the O-line, just everyone, man. I couldn't do without them.
Dave, I know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I don't know. Do special players marvel at other special players? Like when you're watching Ja, what do you kind of think with some of the things that he's able to do out there? He stops on a dime and guy goes flying by him, stiffs arms a guy 2 plays later, or whatever it is.
I mean, you can't really teach that. I feel like he's born with that. He's gifted, unlike any other. He can wake up out of bed and do that. So he's, like I said, you can't teach that. And at the end of the day, there's a reason why he's so special and that he can do stuff like that, because not everyone can do that. And we all know that, and we understand that. And shoot, we try to give him the ball as much as we can, because he's special and he does things like that. And for us, man, as his teammates, we got to make sure we take care of our guys, because if we do, I mean, he's liable to pop any run.
How do you make sure you replicate this? This is what a lot of people have been waiting for. I'm sure you guys included. Just for it to look this crisp on offense. How do you make sure this is the stand? This is what happens the next 4 games too.
I mean, as far as like messaging, like my thing this week was going to be, you just got to win your one-on-ones. Like, you got to beat the guy over you. Like, that's be detailed in that, and don't worry about, necessarily. Don't let coach worry about the big picture of how we're going to call this game, how we're going to attack this defense. Win your one-on-ones, because that's a good front that they have, at least for us as an offensive line. So we need to win our one-on-ones to allow our skill guys to do their thing. Then we know moving forward, the D-lines aren't going to get worse. They might get better. So just win your one-on-ones, compete and be detailed.
You've played through a lot of injuries. A lot of guys played through injuries. But what did it do when you guys found out that St. Brown would be playing for y'all as a team, and knowing what this meant for your season?
Well, I thought he was playing all along. So it wasn't really like a surprise to me. So I don't know. I can't. I just know him. I mean, I've been with him enough. I'm like, oh, he'll play. He'll be fine. He's a guy that he's gonna play unless he's gonna be on IR. There's no middle ground. So I wasn't surprised. That's what I thought. Yeah.
And to deliver the way he did, a big catch at the end put you guys in position to make that. He's whatever is.
I mean, he's one of the toughest. He's one of the toughest dudes. He's an absolute stud. All the love, all the accolades, it's all deserved. He deserves all of it. I mean, he's just does everything right. So obviously, we're happy that we got him.
What can this do for you guys? What sort of jumping point can this be for the rest of the season?
I mean, I think it just shows that we control our own destiny, and we know what kind of football we can play if we just go out there and we execute and do our job. I mean, it's kind of a simple answer, but that's the way I see it.
David, when it comes to what this run game is able to produce when you and Jameer are both firing, this is the 15th game. You guys have both scored scrimmage touchdowns in the most by any duo in the league. What does it mean to you guys to be in sync like that?
I think when me and him are able to both get going, I think our chances of winning are high. So I think it's good that me and him were able to get going today, and hopefully we can continue to do so.
Offensively, especially as this game continued to go on, this just felt like a lot more of the rhythm that the Lions are used to, especially with what the offense was able to control last year. How did it feel? Was there a difference in the message at halftime?
Not necessarily. I mean, we also understood how small of a margin we have as far as with errors. So you understand how important this win was. So we was kind of all locked in for whatever was to come.
Also saw Cade Cunningham tap you up during warm-up. So is that like to see him showing out even if he is a Texas boy?
Yeah, it's definitely dope to see, different players from different professional sports within the city around. Because I know, every chance we get to go to a game, we show up and show love. So I think that's super important to see them here too.
David, can you walk me through what you saw on your touchdown run and just how that came together for you?
Yeah, O-line just did a great job opening it up for me. I just trusted my read, like Trace kind of tells me to do, and I just was able to hit it.
What is Amon-Ra like when he plays with that kind of pain, probably?
Yeah, everybody know who kind of guy Saint is, Don't take the easy road. There's always the one who wants to, kind of give everything he has. So, it's no surprise to me seeing Saint be who Saint is.
David, we saw you
Speak to what this victory means. I mean, given all the stuff that happened this past week, and now how it sets you up for, the last 4 games of the season.
Yeah, it was big, but we take it one game at a time, 1 week at a time. Win the first one and just continue to kind of roll here. So that's our plan, to kind of keep rolling here going forward.
Can you also speak to the resiliency? I mean, obviously, again, the team it's been through a lot this year. I mean, and certainly it seemed to compound this past week. And You guys kind of set it to his side and kind of were able to execute today.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think that's who we are. You know, that's how we play football also. You know, as long as we got time on the clock and we got games left to play, I think, you know, we always going to show up and perform every chance we get.
Did you get wind of some of maybe the doubt and panic from the fan base heading into this game? And do you think a win like this kind of calms a little bit of that down?
You know, fans are going to be fans. You know, I love them to death. But, you know, they want us to win. We want to have success. We want to have success as much as they want us to have. So this is definitely a big win. It was important, but we move on.
Did this game feel different with the pressures on it now that we're getting closer and closer to the end of the year?
I wouldn't say it felt too much different. Obviously, the pressure's been on for a little while. Obviously, we have a tough stretch here of teams, but, I mean, we're excited. These are all huge games in terms of the playoff picture, so we just want to keep rolling the way we did tonight.
And what's it been like from your perspective? Again, 8 catches, half of them being touchdowns, making the most of the chances you get. How hard is it when it's kind of touch and go from game to game?
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard. I'm very blessed to be in this position, so I'm just going to do what I can to help this team out, whether it's run game or pass game, catching touchdowns. But at the end of the day, I'm just grateful, and that's how I want to go out there on the field and play.
Why did you feel like the offense was clicking today? What did you feel that was going on out there?
I just felt like we had a nice balance, run game, pass game. Things were really opening up down the field. Obviously, J-Mo and St. made a lot of plays down the field, so that was huge for us. But, yeah, I mean, obviously we have a lot to clean up, a lot of stupid penalties that we can fix. So, obviously, we're going to enjoy the couple days off here, and then we're going to lock in for the next week.
It seems like Jared Goff took a couple more shots to you more than normal. Just how does it feel to be a little bit more involved in the pass game?
Yeah, every week for me, it's just building trust with the offense, building trust with Jared. So, you know, whether that's in practice or out on the field, whenever the ball comes my way, you know, I want to make a play. So I just want to keep doing that.